Before we begin, I want to ask you for a small favor. If you enjoy stories that blend mystery, science, and history, stay until the end. Your time and curiosity help this channel grow. So hit like, subscribe, and let's explore another mystery that defies logic. Imagine an island so real it appeared on maps for centuries. A place sailors swore they saw, only to vanish overnight without leaving a trace. Its name was Hy-Brasil, a phantom land said to lie west of Ireland, cloaked in mystery. For generations, explorers set sail toward this elusive island, guided by charts that marked it clearly, yet none ever returned with proof. Some claimed they saw its golden shore shimmering under the morning sun before it dissolved into fog like a mirage. Others believed it was a realm of the gods, hidden from human eyes except once every 7 years, when it briefly revealed itself. The more it was sought, the less it seemed to exist. And yet maps from the 14th to the 19th centuries insisted it was there. Even the most respected cartographers of Europe included it, as if denying its existence would defy centuries of testimony. How could a land so consistently recorded simply disappear from the earth without explanation? Or maybe it was never there at all. To understand the mystery of Hy-Brasil, we must first return to the age when maps were more imagination than science. In the 1300s, the Atlantic Ocean was a realm of myths, where dragons, sea monsters, and lost continents filled the blank spaces of knowledge. Sailors often mistook fog banks or mirages for distant lands, and those illusions became legends that cartographers transformed into geography. The earliest record of Hy-Brasil appeared on the Venetian map of 1325, placed with precision just west of Ireland. It was drawn as a perfect circle, divided by a river or strait, as if the artist had seen it with his own eyes. Over time, the island appeared on countless maps, each refining its position but never agreeing on its true shape or distance. Some described it as a lush paradise filled with strange animals and eternal light, others as a cursed island that swallowed ships whole. As centuries passed, stories of Hy-Brasil grew, fueled by sailors, fear, greed, and wonder. By the 15th century, expeditions were financed solely to find it, promising unimaginable riches to whoever reached its shores first. But each voyage ended the same way, in silence, confusion, and the endless gray of the Atlantic fog. The legend might have faded, if not for one extraordinary event in 1674, when Captain John Nisbet reported something impossible. According to his testimony, his crew encountered a dense mist off the coast of Ireland and emerged to see an island bathed in golden light. They rowed ashore and found an ancient city of stone towers, inhabited by tall, robed figures who spoke in a language unknown to man. The beings, he claimed, gave the crew mysterious books filled with symbols, warning them never to return. When the sailors reached home, they swore the books vanished the next morning, leaving only damp hands and fear in their memories. His account was published and spread across Europe, reigniting the obsession with Hy-Brasil's location. Other captains claimed to see the same glowing island, sometimes appearing for a single day before fading like smoke on the horizon. To some, these tales proved that Hy-Brasil was not of this earth, perhaps a gateway to another dimension or time. To others, it was simply a cruel trick of light and weather, magnified by hope and superstition. Yet no matter how rational the explanation seemed, the question lingered. Why did so many see the same thing for so long? Modern scientists suggest a phenomenon called superior mirage, or fata morgana, might hold the key. Under rare conditions, layers of warm and cold air bend light over the ocean, projecting distant landforms beyond the horizon. An island seen hundreds of kilometers away could appear suspended in the air, or even inverted, creating a perfect illusion of another world. This atmospheric magic might explain why Hy-Brasil seemed visible only on certain days and then disappeared entirely. But the mystery deepens when we realize that some of those sightings occurred in places where no land exists at all. Could it be that Fata Morgana projected not real landscapes, but something else? Perhaps echoes of places that once existed? The human mind, faced with vast emptiness, often fills the void with stories, transforming random patterns into meaning. And for the sailors of the Middle Ages, the ocean was a mirror of both fear and faith, reflecting their deepest hopes. To them, Hy-Brasil was not just land. It was salvation, mystery, and destiny intertwined. And maybe, in that belief, it became real, at least for a moment. Centuries later, the name Hy-Brasil vanished from maps, erased quietly as science overtook myth. But even as its outline disappeared, strange coincidences continued to appear in unexpected places. In 1980, near a British military base in Rendlesham Forest, 3 officers reported seeing strange lights descending from the sky. They described metallic craft and symbols etched into the surface, glowing faintly in the dark. One of them, Sergeant Jim Peniston, later claimed he received a sequence of binary code after touching the object, when decoded years later. The message contained coordinates pointing directly to where Hy-Brasil was once drawn on ancient maps. Skeptics dismissed it as coincidence, yet the alignment was exact, reigniting speculation that the island was never made of rock or soil. Could Hy-Brasil have been something else entirely? Not a land, but a phenomenon visiting Earth in cycles we barely understand. The ancients saw a glowing island rising from the mist. Modern witnesses saw glowing objects descending from the sky. 2 eras, 2 technologies, 1 pattern, the same coordinates, the same enigma. Historians argue that the connection is purely symbolic, a bridge between myth and misunderstanding. Yet the psychological thread that binds them reveals something deeper about human perception. We are drawn to the idea of hidden worlds, not just as explorers of space, but as seekers of meaning. Every civilization has its own version of Hy-Brasil. Atlantis, Lemuria, Shangri-La, each promising knowledge lost to time. Perhaps these places are not lost continents, but reflections of our collective memory, surfacing through dreams, stories, and mirages. In that sense, Hy-Brasil never disappeared. It simply changed form, slipping from the sea into the imagination. The ocean still holds secrets that defy explanation, and satellites continue to map its floor with precision. Yet pockets of mystery remain. At certain depths, sonar readings reveal circular anomalies, patterns too regular to be natural, yet too deep to investigate. Some researchers argue these are remnants of ancient volcanic plateaus. Others insist they might be the echoes of civilizations predating recorded history. The truth, as always, drifts between science and story. What makes Hy-Brasil endure is not whether it existed, but why humanity refuses to let it fade. The island has become a symbol of what we cannot fully comprehend, the thin veil between known and unknown. Its legend reminds us that even in an age of satellites and algorithms, we still crave wonder that data cannot quantify. It is that same hunger for the unseen that drives both discovery and illusion, truth and myth. The sailors who searched for Hy-Brasil were not fools. They were mirrors of ourselves, drawn to the horizon by curiosity. Each wave they crossed echoed a question we still ask today. What lies beyond the map? Whether the island was real or imagined, its story reveals a constant human truth. We are explorers of possibility, not certainty. The fog that hid Hy-Brasil was the same fog that shrouds our understanding of the universe. Through it, we glimpse shapes, patterns, and lights that vanish the moment we approach, leaving behind only wonder. And perhaps that is enough not to find, but to seek. Today, modern satellite imagery shows only ocean where Hy-Brasil once was, silent and blue as eternity. But when storms roll across the Atlantic, fishermen still speak of lights beneath the waves, moving like breath in the dark. Instruments record strange distortions in magnetic fields near that region, brief pulses that vanish as quickly as they appear. Scientists note them in reports, attach data, and move on. But legends do not die so easily. They persist in whispers, in coordinates scribbled in margins, in stories told to children who stare at the sea. And maybe, one day, when the conditions are right and the horizon bends again, Hy-Brasil will rise from the mist once more. Not as land or illusion, but as a reminder that curiosity is the light that guides us through the unknown. Because what vanished overnight was never the island itself. It was our willingness to believe that mysteries still exist. Yet belief, like the tide, always returns, and with it, so does the island. The story of Hy-Brasil invites us to look beyond maps and measures, to remember that not everything real can be captured by coordinates. Somewhere between imagination and truth lies a space where legends breathe and reality bends. In Tad space, every myth is a reflection of human curiosity, the endless search for what we have lost or never found. The island may have vanished, but the questions it left behind still ripple through time like waves upon the shore. Was Hy-Brasil a trick of light, a forgotten land, or something far stranger, a mirror to another world? Whatever the answer, it continues to remind us that discovery begins not with proof, but with wonder. And perhaps, when we stare into the horizon long enough, the island we seek is the one within ourselves, because every mystery, once solved, leaves behind a new one, waiting just beyond the edge of understanding. That is the beauty of curiosity. It turns even the vanished into eternal presence. If you made it this far, thank you for being part of this journey. Before you go, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. It really helps us grow and keep curiosity alive. Join us here on Mr. Curiosity, where imagination meets reality, and where every story reveals just how mysterious our world still is.